Hello, sir. Today I will make a video summary that summarizes my learning experiences throughout this subject. First is setting up lab environment. In this task, I learned how to set up a lab environment. We launch a browser, then we name our operating system. We also choose the version of Windows, which is 2016, and it is 64-bit. We make sure that it is 64-bit. Then we launched the VirtualBox application. Then in the machine we created, we click new, then we specify the memory size. We did the exact memory size for, we did the enough memory size for our that we can be used in our task, and then we created a virtual disk, and then the hard disk file type, we use the virtual hard disk. And then for the fixed size, we use dynamically allocated. And for the RAM, we use 20 gig because we think it is enough to use in our task. And then that's it. We didn't encounter many problems in this task because we followed the steps that you provided to us, sir. And that's it for setting up lab environment. In task 2, the download and install Windows Server 2016. First, we completed this form. We downloaded it from the Google, and we waited for an hour. And we selected language, and then we, we used the correct Windows Server type, and then we click start. Then we chose the Windows Server that we have downloaded. Then the startup disk we use is the drive E, and the Windows Server 2016 that language that we used is, we make sure it is English United States. And in this one, we made sure that the Windows Server 2016 standard evaluation desktop experience is the one we choose, so that we will not encounter any problems further in the task that we are doing. And then we choose the custom install Windows only, then install now, and that's it. Then we waited for this one, but we picked this one first. Then we waited for it to install. Then we created a username and a password for this. And that's it for download and install Windows Server 2016. And this is the configure Windows Server 2016. We configure it. We insert additions. Then we selected the VBox Windows additions. Then we waited for it to download. Then we installed the device software so that we will have this one in the properties. Now we have the server manager. And then we name our work group as work group. Then we change it. And then for it to be done properly, we must to restart it. We also ping the administrator so we make sure that it is working. And The add roles and features thing, we already have that because of the we downloaded this one too. We choose role based server selection. Just click next. Then we choose a feature here that we will need to be downloaded. This one too. Then we waited for the installation to finish. And now we have the features that we wanted. That's it for the configure Windows Server 2016. And this on task for Windows 10 installation, we downloaded it and we specified the RAM that we needed, what version, and then we did the install now. And then in the I have product key, because we don't have product key, we just click the I don't have product key. Then we proceed to download and choose what kind of operating system we need. Then we choose Windows 10 Pro. Then we waited for this. The region we put Philippines. Then the setup is for an organization. Then we sign in with Microsoft. Then we put a name of who are going to use this PC. Then we created security questions for this account and made sure that it is familiar to us so that we will not forget it once we need it. And then we just turn this off all, the find my device, thinking and typing, etc. And that's it for Windows 10 application. We didn't encounter many problems because it is clear to us, the instructions you gave us here is clear. Then in joining Windows 10 computer to domain, uh, we, we went to server manager, then organizational unit. We made a user, and then we rename this PC as workstation 1. Then in order to make this, we need to, to put our account, and then we must restart for these changes to apply. And then once we started it, once the start is finished, we were able to join the Windows 10 computer to the main. And in task number 6, download and install RSAT, creating OU and creating user account, time restriction logon. We were able to download it in the Google. Then we make sure we downloaded the right one that will work on our workstation. We waited for it to finish. Then when looking to the Windows startup, we saw the Active Directory users and computers already added. Then we click new organizational unit, then name our domain, then organizational unit again, we input our names, then that's it. We were able to make the account that we need, the Tristan Montana, for the domain. Task 7, DHCP. First, we went to server manager, then DHCP. We went to open sharing center because our internet sometimes is fluctuating and sometimes it's not working. And then we went to internet protocol. We input the right IP address, subnet mask, default gateway that we need to use. We also went to the command prompt to see the right IP address to input. And then in reservations, we were able to make reservations. The TNS and group policy management console, we were able to do this. Um, okay, but we had a lot of problem in this task because we had a hard time understanding the instructions. And then, but we were able to do this task. We just asked for the help of our classmates. Then they are willing to help us. Then at the end, we were able to do this task without any problem. Our problem here is that we can't update GP update. We can. It says GP update is unsuccessful, but we were able to fix that by changing the IP address. I think we changed it to static, and after changing that, we were able to successfully change the computer policy. And in task 9, backup and recovery, um, we were able to back up. Um, we were able to install Windows backup feature, but we were not able to perform a full backup and perform a custom backup because we lack of storage, sir. And then we were able to do a schedule a backup, but we were not able to examine the backup content and restore from a backup because we were not able to perform a full backup and perform a custom backup. Mm, I think that's it, sir. That is my summary of this. It is my learning experience and video summary in this throughout this subject. Thank you.